Shalom. This your brother Ricard Kai coming with another lesson to the Spirit and Power Y'all about Shimon Shai. Before I get started, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Give honor to the Apostle of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preach the truth sincerely across the four corners of the earth. This is another lesson to the Spirit and Power Y'all about Shimon Shai. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying to the hopeful elect. And the name of this lesson is Don't Give Up on the Truth. If you in this faith, if you got this 100% doctrine, you know, and you're sincere, and you're being faithful, you being on fire, don't give up, man. You know, especially in the times we in now, because we in a time where we about to receive the promises and the prizes that the Lord promised us for doing this work. you know. So right now is not the time to give up, to be disenchanted, to lose faith, to doubt. It's time to increase and more confidence, man. Increase in the spirit and go even harder for you. How about shot? Look at the apostles, man. They upload videos all day long, every day. Because they had that high level of zeal, that enthusiasm for Yahweh Shah, man. But this is second Ezra 2:42. It say, I Ezra saw upon Mount Zion a great people whom I cannot number, and they all praise the Lord with songs. And let's talk about the elect. Because the scriptures go into that multitude, the 144,000, and the multitude which no man can number. This was the elect that Ezra saw in his vision, you know, praising Yahweh Shah for victory, man. Because when you read according to Revelations 15 and Revelations 19, talk about the elect praising praising the Lord, getting victory over this place, America getting destroyed, man. So this vision that he's seeing, this is going to take place after America gets destroyed. You know, it's and in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly. Right. So the Lord, Yahweh Shai, you know, he's that man that was taller than all the rest. He's that young man that was taller than all the rest. Because he's gonna look young. We're gonna look young in the kingdom. We're not gonna be looking old as hell, um, with a cane and shit, man. No, we're gonna look in our full youth, at our prime estate, man. That's how every Israelite is gonna look in the kingdom, you know. But he was setting crowns upon all the men, you know. That's a part of the elect. He was setting crowns upon their head, you know, because that's a part of the reward, receiving that crown of life. I'm gonna grab that real quick. Uh, this is James chapter 1, verse 12. It say, blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Right. So there it goes. We're going to receive a crown of life for everything that we're doing, for this labor that we're putting in for Yahweh Shah, you know, for enduring the trials and tribulations and still um, being able to do the work. The Lord said He's going to reward His man with a crown of life, man. That's a part of the Lord's promise, man. That's a part of the prize of enduring to the end. Receiving that crown. Getting that victory with Yahweh Shah, man. But this back in Second Ezra 2:44, it says, so I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? Um, and He answered and said unto me, these be they that put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms, right? So it's they put off the mortal clothing, the wickedness, flesh, sin, and put on the immortal, which is what the scriptures, man. This is that immortal clothing. They basically changed their lives, man. They changed the inward man. You know, they were reborn again in Yahweh Shah. You know, they continue to do the work. You know, they continue to stay under that cover. You know, and trust in the Lord. And it said now they are crowned. They receive the crown of life and they receive palms. And palms represent victory. So that's what happens when you endure to the end. When you don't give up on this truth, man. The Lord's going to give you victory. He's going to give you a great reward that nobody can't take from you. That's going to be more precious than any reward that you will ever receive, man. You know? It say, then said I unto the angel, what young man, what young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High. And the Son of the Most High is who? Yahweh Shai. He deliverer. He's Savior. He's going to save the elect from the destruction and give them crowns and palms. Well, the elect men. He's going to give them crowns and palms, man. You know, it say, then began I greatly to commend them, you know, that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, right? They didn't give up on the truth. They didn't doubt. They didn't lose the faith. They didn't stop doing the work. They continued. They stayed consistent all the way to the end. So that's the spirit we have to continue to be in and continue to do so we can take part in this prophecy. Because if you don't take part in this prophecy, you're going to take part in the other prophecy, which is death and destruction. Thermonuclear missiles, man. You know, you don't want to fit that lot, man. You want to fit the lot of elect members actually making it, receiving the salvation. You know, I'm gonna jump up in this chapter to verse 13. Second Ezra 2 and 13. It say, "Go, and ye shall receive. Pray for few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch." So there you go, man. It said the kingdom is already prepared for you. Pray for few days. Go. Seek this truth. You will receive it. You know. Pray for few days. Pray for this place to crash even quicker, man. Because the kingdom of heaven is already prepared. The prophecy is already laid out, man. The crowns is already set to be put on the elect members' head. The palms is already set, man. You know, watch, because this is about to take place in this time period in this generation, man. Like the scriptures say, man. This generation shall not pass, so all these things be fulfilled. That's a part of it. Receiving them crowns. We're receiving the victory, man. You know, that's a part of the prophecy, man. That has to come to pass. This is a future prophecy, but you have to endure all the tribulation, and the trials, and still remain faithful to receive that, man. You know, um, I'm gonna just get this, man. This is Matthew 24 and 13. But he that shall endure to the end, unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right? And endure goes into what? Suffering. You know? Suffering brings patience. We have to endure this. We have to bear this. and continue to fight for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So what? So we can be saved, man. But don't give up on this truth. Because the battle ain't over with, but it's almost is, man. So you go harder um, than you did in the beginning, man. It's like a fight. You go harder at the end of a fight. That's when you go your hardest. No matter how much you bleed and you sweat and you tired, you still go. You go harder like you just started, but even crazier, man. That's how the Lord wants us to be, man. He wants us going hard for this, even crazier than we ever did, because we're at the end of this thing, man. So with that, I'm gonna close out with all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahshai, Hashem, and Kabadash, double honors to the apostle, Elder Millstone, who will. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom, and Kwame Shiralik.